Hello. Okay, we are on part 2 of 1.3.4. So to get us started, we're going to go into our data panel, open up your IED designs, open up your unit 1. Find your 1.3.4 polygons. Mine's right here. You're going to double click on that. Once it opens, you can close your data panel. We want to double check our view cube is correct, and we want to double check that our document settings are in inches. If you did the polygon portion right, it should be, but it never hurts to double check and make sure everything is correct. Okay, now we're going to go up to File. We're going to click Save As. We're going to call this one 1.3.4 Patterns. Make sure your location's correct and click Save. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to add on to this, we're going to create patterns of each of these polygons on here. We are not going to start a new sketch. We are going to continue with the sketch we have. You're going to go down to your timeline down here. You are going to find sketch 1, you're going to right click, and you are going to click Edit Sketch. And I think some of you on the other assignment were creating a new sketch and you ended up with like multiple sketches over here. You just want to edit the existing sketch. We renamed it, so it's not going to write over your previous design. As long as you remember to name it at the beginning, like you're supposed to, you're good to go. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we are going to make a circular pattern of this pentagon. So what we want to do is we want to have a circular pattern around this origin point and have a total of 5 pentagons. To do that, we're going to go up to Create. We're going to go to Circular Pattern. We're going to click on all the edges of this pentagon so that it knows that we want all of it. Then we're going to go over to our center point and click Select. Our center point is going to be this origin point. This is where we want all of the pentagons to pattern around. So I'm going to click on that. And you can see they start doing it. The default for the system is 3. We're going to change this to 5. So type a 5 in. And you should see 5 pentagons all together now. Distribution is going to remain full. Suppression, you are not going to click that. So you can click OK. Okay, pentagons are good. We're done with our pentagons now. We're going to go on up and we're going to do a pattern with our hexagon. So I'm going to move this. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Hexagon's a little bit small. Zooming in kind of helps get to what you need. I'm going to go up to Create. This one, what we're going to do is we're going to create what's called a rectangular pattern. I want 3 hexagons going this way, and then I want a second row of 2 hexagons. So I want a total of 5 hexagons. 3 on the top row, 2 on the second row. I'm going to go Create, rectangular pattern. Okay, once again, we want to select all edges of the hexagon. Then I want to select directions. So I'm going to go this direction. And this one I want 3. I want this to be the dimension on here. It's already at 3, and that's what we want. So I'm going to tab over. Oh, it's not going to let me tab. So my dimension, I want negative 1.25. That's the spacing in between. It's 1.25 inches in between. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and click on this arrow, and I'm going to bring it down this way. This one we want 2 rows. So I'm going to click 2, and it's going to take one of my rows away. I want my dimension on this one to be 0.5. Whoops, went back up there. Let me grab you and bring you back down here. Oh, that's right, negative. I forgot my negative. Negative 0.5. If you forget the negative, that's what it'll do to it. Okay, now one thing. I had said I only wanted 2 hexagons on this second row. Well, I've got 3 of them here. What I need to do over here in our text box, it says suppression. I'm going to click that box right there. Notice all of my hexagons now have, except for my original, the copied ones, all have a little checkbox on them. I want to go to this last one right here. I'm going to click on that. Notice it made that one disappear. All the others are there. That's what we want. And we're going to click OK. So now we have our hexagons completed. Now I'm going to move on over to our triangle. Okay. So we're going to go on up, and what I'm going to make here is I'm going to take this equilateral triangle, and we're going to have a total of 7 triangles going in this direction. They're going to be overlapping and going in this direction. So we're going to go up to Create. Oops. Rectangular pattern. Okay, again, you want to click all 3 edges of your triangle for the object. For the direction though, when you want to do a direction, select, and you want to click on this construction line. And then we want to make this 7, and we want to make this negative 1.28. Okay, so we want 7, and that's 8, negative 1.28. And then we're going to click OK. And I'm going to, you see this sketch dimension here is kind of in the way, so I'm just going to kind of move it over here. You can also at this point go to your sketch palette and you can turn off dimensions. That way they're not in your way while you're trying to work. Okay, let me see, do we have anything else on this? And we're just going to click Finish Sketch. I'm going to zoom out. And that is what you are going to submit for 1.3.4 patterns.